What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Cheyenne's Retail Minute. Of course, I'm your host, Optopolis. We're going to be taking a stroll around Cheyenne in order to deliver the new edition of Cheyenne's Retail Minute, which I have sitting right next to me. So this is the third edition, official edition anyway, technically the fourth one that I've done this year. This is the April edition, and it's going to be around all the different places. Today we're starting here in downtown Cheyenne, over at Ranch Eats actually. So we're going to go there and then go around to the other places. I want to do today's video just a little bit different, just a little bit. I want to do this video where I focus a little more on the area, on the place, rather than on actually delivering, because after the second video, I gotta admit, I got kind of bored of doing that. Not gonna lie. So we're gonna do a different approach to this video and put a little more focus on the actual place at hand instead of necessarily the retail minute. But of course, I still gotta deliver it. So let's go, shall we? So here is Ranch Eats. Gonna try not to. There we go. So they have their food, of course. There's food, of course. You can get something fresh made. I think they have a menu over here on the counter. Oops. So they have breakfast and lunch. And they also have various beverages and all kinds of different stuff. So, there you go. Just to give a little bit of context, they're in the same building as Western Vista and a whole bunch of other tenants which are upstairs. I don't know if the screen's going to change fast enough for me to show all the others, but oh, there it went. Alright, let's go to the next place. Alright, next is Cashwa. It's a pretty nice day today. So, cool thing with Cashwa is that you can get stuff more in bulk size if you want, and of course they have all the frozen goods and stuff that a number of places around here do use in their restaurants and whatnot. So, yeah, we're gonna check that out. Food service packages, not what you might expect with their recent white branded packaging at some other stores lately. Next place. For what it's worth, I think I keep mispronouncing the name technically anyway, because technically it's Cashway. Alright, so the thing with Cashway is that they've been sometimes putting it in the bucket. So I put a different piece of paper in there that has the thing saying free take one, so that if they want to put it in the bucket again, they can. But for now, we're going into the Cheyenne Depot Plaza. And we're going to get some new copies in here. This building is pretty cool. A long time ago, it used to be the train depot. But of course, these days it's more of just a historic piece, touristy place. If they ever do finally get passenger rail service back in town, it sounds like they will be going to a different location for the new depot, so to speak, or station, or whatever you want to call it. But they also have the Brat Creek coffee in here, which I think I can't remember I did a video, but I know I've reported on it on the blog page. And next door, I guess there's a new restaurant going in. I'm not going to say the name just yet, just because I don't have absolute confirmation of what it is. But there is a whole upstairs area too that has like all kinds of offices and stuff. So you can kind of see the different people who are in here, different entities. Alright, next up is the Open Door. They're over here on Central Avenue nowadays. It's a pretty cool little space, I must say. So this place, of course, shares this space with Neiman and Sons, who's downstairs. But the art studio itself is up here, and they have stuff from many artists in here. So plenty to choose from. Ones like this one are actually done by Georgia Roswell. Some photos and work done by Denise. Of course, Dave Roswell has his CRISPR critters. There's the word. Where he takes different animals and combines them together. All right, the next place is right over here. Going over to WyoGrown. These guys have all kinds of smoothies and all kinds of stuff, and he's expanding his natural other stuffs, like all kinds of different things. So here's the interior of WyoGrown. Their menus up there. Sorry, I can't zoom in right now, but they do have some freeze-dried stuff here, and of course he has his what do you want to call him? Where's the word? I can't think of it. Ointments and whatnot, all kinds of different stuff. So there you go. All right, next is the State Archives. So the Wyoming State Archives are in the same building as the Wyoming State Museum, just literally across the hall from each other. So I'll go ahead and do kind of panoramic in there, maybe of their spot. It's not too much crazy to see besides the tables and whatnot, but they do have like all the newspapers in the back and whatnot, so there is that. Back along this wall they have like newspapers that are archived. In the back they also have like older city directories and things like that. Over here they also have like more current city directories. I believe these go back to like 1952. So if you ever wanted to like dig through directories and figure out what was at a certain location, a lot of times you can just look in the city directory from the proper time and you'll be able to figure it out from there. So pretty cool. Okay, so there are a couple that I was a little bit worried that I was going to have to wait for one more day or something like that. This is definitely one of them. Next is Rock on Wheels. You can find them right inside of the store. Easy enough to find them. So this is actually where I ended up getting these grips exactly for my bike. Way more comfortable than the old ones. My old ones were worn out, so I had to get new ones. But they also have these protective liners. They're supposed to help with thorns. I also have gotten those because I kept getting thorns in my tires. But all kinds of bikes. Bikes are definitely the main components, but of course they do also have all the other stuff too. When it comes to like frisbees and snow gear and whatnot. So I actually end up doing some street view imagery here that is on Google Maps. I'm gonna have to play with it more because it's finicky right now, but it's getting there. Most of the photos are uploaded, so you can at least jump around and see the inside of the space in 360. So pretty cool to do something a little different. Definitely all kinds of bikes though. There's just tons of bikes here. And they of course have e-bikes as well. At some point I want to get myself a folding one, but I don't know if or when that'll happen. I do have my own bike at home, so it's not like it's emergent, but there you go. There's a good look at this place. All right, Boosters is another one. I'm gonna have to wait till tomorrow due to they're closed on Mondays. All right, so Loaf and Jug was the next one. This is out on South Greeley. So of course, got way more copies in there. This is a look at their store though. Apparently people are asking for them here though. Like when they run out, they're asking for them. So that's fun. I'm gonna see about giving them. They do have some of the frozen-y drinks. I don't know what they call theirs. Extreme frozen, I guess. And of course they've got all the snacks and everything too. So there's a look at this store. All right, so the next one is Apollo Mobile Home Village. There's really not too much to see here aside from homes, so not gonna spend too much time on this one, but yeah, got a kind of a regular house there, and there's a lot of trailers throughout this trailer park. And of course you have the copies right inside of here. This is over at the office, so this is the main office for this spot. Easy enough to get over here. This is right off of College, so yeah. All right, next one. All right, next up is the mall. There is one place here that I think I'm going to have to wait for to deliver to, but 3 of them we'll be able to take care of today. All right, so Rocket Snacks is one of them. These guys have all kinds of stuff. They actually set up the Jelly Belly machine finally, so you can actually use the actual machine that they got a little while back. I hear those machines are pretty pricey, but they have all kinds of different candies, you know, retro candies. They have the freeze-dried stuff over here as well. So all kinds of freeze-dried stuff. I like the pickles. Apples are good. Corn. There's a lot of stuff that's pretty good in there. Of course, they have all the grab whatever you want, pretty much, bins. And of course, they have other sections here too. They have some of these trail mixes and M&Ms, and looks like a few more of the Jelly Belly beans over here. Definitely plenty of different options. I've done a whole video about this place. I did a video on the Optopolis channel when they were doing their grand opening. So they do have some fudge here as well. And then over here they also have truffles and whatnot. So there you go. Okay, next up is Friends. These guys have all kinds of different products here. They have stuff from vendors, and also, of course, the owner of this place that also owns Creator Create Create does all the signs. So pretty cool, or at least all these wooden ones. I think the metal ones are from a different vendor, but either way, many different products available here. It's not like it's just one thing. There's definitely like a lot of like crafting type of things that go on here. So there you go. I think the other store is Twinkle Twinkle here in the mall that I need to go to today, and we'll go from there. Yeah, so as expected, Lady Kels is closed right now. They have weird hours, so it's all good. I was already anticipating it wasn't going to work with my schedule today, which is where I'll come tomorrow. However, there are hours of operation like actively posted there. Alright, so I've done a video in here before over on the Optopolis channel. Hi, how are you? I did do a video in here before on the Optopolis channel, so if you want to go check it out, you can. But of course, have the copies available here. That's the word I was looking for. And they do actually have the Geo Crusher here, breaker, whatever you want to call it, where they will actually crack open a geode. They have all kinds of different geodes that can be cracked, big and small. There's some pretty cool ones that you can get.
Yeah, she'll like it. Because the lighting in here, it may seem like it...
Alright, next place is going to be the Twinkle Twinkle on Ridge Road. I actually already went there, but for the purpose of the video, you're actually going to see that next, so there you go. Alright, I think this is basically the last one, other than going out tomorrow to get this out. This is the Twinkle Twinkle on Ridge. Let's go ahead and go in. They should be open for a little while yet. So this store, I believe this store is a little more focused on the
Your spiritual journey.
yeah, well, I mean like the gems. There it is. There's the word. Right.
There's definitely more crystals here.
More crystals and stuff. Yeah, there's the word. God, I am having a hard time with words today all of a sudden. I don't know why. This location has a lot more crystals though and stuff like that. The way they did this one is interesting because they have several different rooms. So I can actually go back here and there's more stuff kind of back in this area. I believe this room was actually previously used as that kind of calming room that is currently at the Del Range store, I believe. They obviously don't have it at both stores, but over here they also have the book section, so they still have books and stuff. This one I also did some street view, so yeah, some street view imagery so you can actually go onto the Google Maps and view this place in 360. So there you go. Alright, y'all, it is morning time again. It's a new day, Tuesday, and today we need to finish taking the retail minute to locations, and I got 4 spots to go to. There's one more yesterday that I didn't make it to in time, unfortunately, so we'll go there today too. Right now we're over here at NV Beauty, and we're gonna work our way around. So here is a look at NV Beauty space. Right here they have their paparazzi accessories items, and they also have a couple of spots here to do hair and whatnot. So here's a look at their space. All right, next one. All right, so Boosters now has them there just inside the door, just as you walk in. If you want to stop by here, this is over by Capital Lumber Company over on Nationway and Lincolnway. I think I'll just steal a clip from my video of this place and put it onto here because I already got the clip. There's no need to get another one. So I'll just grab it from my video. I did a whole video on the Optopolis channel. If you want to check it out, go for it. We ended up checking out the upstairs in this building that has really, really retro and interesting looking, considering how old the building is and everything like that. But anyway, let's go on to the next place, shall we? All right, here is Hideout Barbershops. This is over in the Pershing Plaza. And this is what their space looks like. So we end up moving them, put some on the tables up here. I went ahead and put 2 more over here for grins, but mainly just because this is kind of where the kids end up going. We obviously don't necessarily want them going and drawing in them, so that'll work. But I believe right there is some of the things that you can get here at this location, so services, I guess I could say. But let's go to the next one, shall we? All right, so we got copies over here at Lady Kels Yoga in the mall. So they have various hours. This is what it looks like right now for April. I don't know if the owner might change it in the future, but I just wanted to show you guys a peek of her space. So she does have this interior area where she can set up yoga mats and stuff, right?
Yep, yoga mats, blankets, blocks.
Yep, and then I think you've set up in the mall too a little bit sometimes, right?
Yep, I'll set up in the mall sometimes for chair yoga.
So. All right, cool, thank you. So there you go, there's a look at this space. All right, I think now officially I have all the copies to every location in Cheyenne that I have right now. I do believe there will be 1 or 2 or maybe 3 more popping up over the next couple weeks, we'll see. But for now, you should be able to find this month's edition, April 2026, around town, as long as supplies are not out. And until next time, peace out, everyone.